The following presentation is a Rotary International District 5370 media production.
Rotary International's mission is to provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance goodwill and foster peace through our fellowships with business professionals and community leaders. Together, Rotary's members envision a world of equality where all people are united, taking the necessary action to create positive and meaningful change around the globe and leaving long-lasting legacies in our communities and in ourselves.
The young people today are our future. They are very invested in change. They are very invested in social justice. They are fearless and they are fierce. It is our job to remove the barriers, open the doors, and give them the opportunities to create change, to create positive peace in our world, and to make the world a better place, because they will.
Rotary's Global Grant Scholarship Program develops young adults into strong leaders, fostering peace and understanding. In the past 5 years, District 5370 has supported 4 talented individuals to continue their studies, each of whom are working to create positive and meaningful change around our planet, committed to the values of Rotary. These scholarships, awarded for excellence in service and compassion, are made possible by the generous donations of Rotarians and by club collaborations.
I believe that Rotary offers so many opportunities, for our youth, because some of these global grant scholarships that these young leaders have been able to experience and to be successful at, those possibilities are endless, actually. And I think that more young people really, if they look at some of the opportunities that we can avail them of, it will help them in their careers. It's not just something that they do during high school or university, but the skills that they learn through Rotary, whether it's being on a club, being part of a board, learning leadership skills at a session or at an assembly, those are skills that you learn that will take you into your life for the rest of your career. Rotary's been in existence for over 100 years, and many changes have taken place during that time. But one thing that has not changed, and that will not change, are the values that Rotary is founded upon. And those values include integrity, service, fellowship, leadership, and diversity. And diversity has become more and more important in the last few years, as we all know.
Rotary believes in developing the next generation of leaders. Our programs build leadership skills, expand education, and help younger leaders learn the value of service.
Rotary accepts you as you are, and that's a climate and a culture that we really try and foster with our youth programming. The Ripen program focuses on personal development. The Riley program a little bit more on leadership. So maybe students that have already had some experience in leadership roles or have an interest in pursuing that.
District 5370's unique and innovative Rotary Youth Leadership Program is designed to build from within. Young leaders focus on interpersonal growth, communication skills, community building, and global citizenship.
And then our RILA program, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards program, is just kind of a step up in the leadership roles as well. So it's just continuing to grow these youth into greater positions and create some succession.
The RILA Institute brings Interact Club members together for an intensive one-day conference packed with hands-on workshops and inspirational speakers. This empowers our youth with the vital skills necessary to lead, organize, and facilitate conferences as they step into leadership roles.
It was 2015, I was in grade 10, and I was at the Lloydminster Youth Center, and I was just hanging out there, and one of the staff approached me and said, "Hey, there's this personal development conference for young leaders in the Rockies. Would you like to go?" And I didn't really know what it was about or anything like that, but hearing that it was in the Rockies was enough for me. So on I went, and this camp was called the Rotary Youth Program for Enrichment, or RIPEN, And so it's mostly focused on personal development. So you have sessions like barriers and values, affirmations, goal setting, stuff like that. And this was right in line with what I needed at the time.
Rotary Youth Exchange builds peace one young person at a time. Students learn a new language and discover another culture, truly becoming global citizens.
Everything we do is done through a peace builder lens. How can we create positive peace in this world? One of the biggest ways we do that is through our Rotary Youth Exchange program. It's almost 100 years old, and we send kids all over the world for a year to learn about culture, learn a new language. The skills that they learn when they're away, they learn how to be resilient. Their critical thinking skills are amazing. They're very adaptive. Can you imagine as an adult moving to a country where you can't speak the language? You have to stay there for a year, you have no choice to come home, you're going to live in 3 or 4 different strangers' houses and go to school, and you're 16. And the challenges that they face. Most adults couldn't do that. So, they come back with a really different understanding. And education is our most powerful tool for change. If we go away and we learn a different language, we learn a different culture, we see how people live, it takes away our misunderstandings and our fear of what's different. Because most of the time when things are different, it's because we don't know and we don't understand and we're fearful. So when you take away the misunderstanding and you take away the fear, that removes the barriers and it takes away hate.
On July 1st, 2010, Rotary International President Ray Klingensmith challenged his 240 Rotary District governors to build bigger, better, and bolder programs. Programs to ensure that Rotary engaged this younger generation with a heart to serve. Past District Governor Jackie Hobaugh championed this challenge during her year by developing a decade-long strategic plan and engaging community support to implement her vision. Working in partnership with Rotary District 5360, a $225,000 sponsorship was secured with Service Credit Union over a 3-year period. This 10-year vision was championed by so many, there was never a shortage of Rotarians committed to youth and leadership. At its peak, there were 53 Interact clubs and 10 Rotaract clubs, effectively doubling capacity to do good in the world.
My Rotary journey started at a young age. As a new Canadian, learning to find my way in the small town of Edson was proving to be more challenging than I could have imagined. When Laura approached me about attending Riley, I was not convinced, as I was quite introverted, but who knew how that would change my life? Being a part of Riley has opened the door to so many opportunities. I've been able to hone my leadership skills through attending Rotary events worldwide. Riley International, 2 Rotary Zone conferences, the first in Winnipeg in 2016 and the second in Montreal in the fall of 2018. The Rotary International Convention in Atlanta in 2017, and the Rotary International Assembly in January of 2019, the first time Rotaract members have ever been invited. Along the way, I have been able to take on leadership roles in our district. A member of the District Youth Council, chair of RIPEN, serving on the district board, creating and leading the District Rotaract Committee, and now a leadership role with Rotaract Canada as Deputy General Secretary. I have truly been supported along the way by so many. Mentorship and financial support means so much to us as young leaders. It truly changes lives.
Supporting these young advocates of positive change will help them find their voice, find a focused direction, and develop tools to pursue their goals while building on Rotary's core values.
Looking at the Youth Services Committee that I specifically co-chair with Elizabeth Bonking, she's this amazing Rotarian from Edmonton Gateway. We're working on revitalizing the Youth Services Committee. After the pandemic, it's been a little bit harder to engage with individuals, reconnecting some of the old pathways for conversation and communication. We founded the District Interact Committee, so that's a place for Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors to gather together to talk about how we can improve Rotary and Interact specifically.
The baton of youth leadership continues to be passed, with each successive team of youth leading youth reaching new heights. Through the direct support of Service Credit Union, the success of these programs is built on the time and effort of so many Rotarians and youth leaders. We look forward to seeing our Interact and Rotaract clubs thrive and grow with new service learning opportunities and projects that provide mentorship and leadership for all young leaders. Leaving behind a global pandemic, embracing the new normal, our time is now to build and to grow youth leadership in our district.
Rotary will always be there for them, and now we're looking for ways that we, as District Youth Services Committee, can support Interact clubs and Rotary clubs and how they engage with interactors. So that's one way how we're trying to create a better community for all.
Often people ask me, why do I volunteer? Why do I do what I do? It's because it fuels my soul, it fuels my heart, and I learn something every single day.
More young people, really, if they look at some of the opportunities that we can avail them of, it will help them in their careers.
The future of Rotary lies in our diversity. That is our strength. When we embrace our diversity, whether it's race, religion, gender, language, any of the spectrum, and it's a big spectrum, diversity, and that includes people with disabilities. When we have a world where everybody has a voice, where we are truly inclusive, and it's safe to be who we are, and we respect each other and see the value in that diversity, that is when we will truly grow. That is when we will truly have an impact. The young people today are our future.